What's up YouTube? Capital G here, more anime talk. This time I'm talking about something other than Attack on Titan. I'm talking about a show that came, well, widely recommended by you guys for the most part. It's called Hunter x Hunter, even though I guess the text says Hunter x Hunter or Hunter cross Hunter. I guess it's like its own little inside joke in the show. So I started watching this show and I had very high expectations because I started looking at some of the really big anime channels on YouTube, and a lot of people talk about this show. I've heard it called, King of the Shonen and everything like that. So going into this show, I had some really high expectations. When you start the show, the first character you're introduced is this small 12-year-old boy named Gon. And my first impressions of the show is, okay, if this is going to be, one of the elite, hardcore, kick-ass animes, a la Dragon Ball Z and, One Piece and Bleach and stuff like that, I was like, it seems a little too bright and bubbly. You know what I mean? You meet Gon and he's fishing, and he kind of seems like he's out of the Pokemon anime. He's all like really bubbly, and he's all like, yeah, I want to become a hunter and everything and find out why my dad left. And he doesn't seem to have a care in the world. Later you meet some of your other featuring characters. You meet Leodio, Krepka, and who's the last one? Little skateboard kid, Kilia. And they're kind of this little ragtag group. They meet kind of by just pure coincidence. What it means to be a hunter, from what I've learned in the show, going into episode 12 now, is that basically hunters are just kind of an elite class of people. They're known for, obviously, their battle skills and their skills to just be able to kind of handle themselves. They're kind of like this special class, not quite mercenaries, but they're given certain liberties of the world. They can go places that are prohibited. They're almost like secret agents meet, mercenary type deals. There are certain areas in the world, like I said, that they can access that other people can't. Maybe they get special deals on buying stuff. They just get special privileges in the world. And to become a hunter, you have to pass an exam, and basically it is life-threatening. Seriously, some of the stuff that you see on this show, obviously you would think that the average person wouldn't want to go through this and wouldn't be able to. So the show is a little deceptive. You think that it's going to be all happy-go-lucky, but I mean, some of the things that I've seen in this show, it's just like, what? Like, where did that come from? And I don't know if it's done on purpose or what, but I'm in episode 11. I've seen someone be decapitated. I've seen somebody have their heart ripped right out of their chest while it's still beating, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So this show looks like Pokemon, but clearly it has the violence of Attack on Titan. Like, what is going on? And what I really like about this show is they didn't spend a ton of time, with the kind of obligatory character development. Like, okay, we introduce Leorio. Now we have to spend 2 episodes about his backstory. It's like they kind of they're just like rolling with the punches. I mean, I assume at some point they'll completely fill in the characters, full backstories. But for right now, all we know about the characters, we know a little bit about them, and I mean, essentially why they want to become a hunter. But the show doesn't drag itself down saying, okay, we introduce a new character into the party. Now we have to spend 10 episodes on their whole backstory and drag you guys through, a whole bunch of stuff that you may love or you may hate. One of the interesting characters of this show, Krepka, whose name I'm probably butchering, I like to think of him as the resident Sasuke, and he is so much like Sasuke Uchiha. He never says anything funny. His eyes turn red, and his entire clan was killed. So I'm just like, that's Sasuke, right? But I'm thoroughly liking the show so far, and it's really clever. Like right now they're going through the hunter exams to actually try and become hunters, and then I'm sure that the story will have different arcs about the character's backstory and such and so on. But right now the show seems very clever. There's a lot of little puzzles that they have to figure out, and Krepka is very smart, and Gon, the main character, he's kind of ditzy, but he seems to have like some sort of just innate intuition. Certain things that he does with his nose, where he can just kind of figure things out that nobody else can see. He's quite an incredible character. Now, the show hasn't had, really those incredible intense battles, but I do suspect that they're coming. But right now I'm definitely saying that this is looking like a quite intriguing anime. It's very deceptive. Again, it looks very bubbly on the outside, but then when you watch the show, you're like, wait a minute. Did his heart just get ripped out of his chest? That wasn't supposed to happen, right? So, yeah, if you've seen Hunter x Hunter, let me know what you guys think of the show. I find it to be really, really cool. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Oh, and one last thing that I forgot to add in the video. It's very strange that this many episodes into an anime, I have not decisively picked who my favorite character in this show is. I guess it's because I haven't seen them all in action, like physical combat yet, but I'm sure once they all have to do some, like, you know, just straight up one-on-one battles with other contestants or, you know, just other hunters throughout the show, I'll figure out who that is. Subscribing makes life happy.